To become one of the best, you've got to be willing to do what others aren't willing to do. But to be really elite, you've got to be the top 3% of the 97%. Not just the 97% of people, but the 97% of people who are already doing what others aren't willing to do. Hey, welcome back. Jeff Heggie, Daily Success Strategies. Thanks for being with me today. So last week I had an opportunity to be a guest on the Bridging Impact podcast with Coach Furtado, and we were talking about the importance of athletes that want to become the best, how they've got to do things differently, how they've got to practice intentionally, and just showing up for their regular team practices isn't going to really help them reach their full potential. And over the weekend, as I was thinking more about that conversation that I had with him, I was thinking about some conversations I've had with Winn. Now, Winn is a national championship coach. She's been an Olympic athlete. She's done some amazing things. You can go to some of my previous podcasts when I've interviewed Sherry. But one of the things that she said, that if you want to be a winner, you have to think big. You have to believe that you can separate yourself from the 97% of people who are already trying to make it big. Not just the 97% of people, but the 97% who are willing to try. And to be elite, you've got to be willing to be in the top 3% who act, think, and aim differently. You've got to be willing to separate yourself every single day if you want to really reach that level. And there are a lot of athletes that think that's what they want, and when they realize what it takes, it changes. It's, you look at an athlete that has dreamt all their life of playing Division I until they realize what it takes to be a Division I athlete. And they can still fulfill their dream at a Division II, III JUCO level, but it's a lot different commitment. And so to be that elite athlete, and this applies to more than athletics, to be that elite, whatever it is, you've got to be willing to be in that top 3%, and not just the top 3% of people, the top 3% of those who have already committed to become their best. Most people want something better, but it's when they see what it takes to be in that top 3% where it's really showing what they're made of, if they really want it, and if they're willing to continue to push for it. So look at your own situation, whether it's athletics, business, something else. That dream that you have, are you willing to do what it takes first to take that first step, to do what other people aren't willing to do? And then, are you willing to get to that elite level where you're aiming to be in the top 3% of that 3%? In 10x is easier than 2x. We talked about that in my podcast when I read that book. And we talked about the importance of really narrowing in on your 20%. And then to get to the next level, the 20% of that 20%. I wasn't planning on talking about this, but that book is coming out on May 9th. Pre-order it. Go to Amazon, get it pre-ordered. No matter what you're doing, whether you're an athlete, entrepreneur, any high achiever, I would suggest it as a must read. But talking about this, if you want to get to that elite level, decide what you're willing to commit to, because it is an incredible daily commitment. Brian Tracy said that successful people are simply those people with successful habits. Are you willing to do every single day the habits that are going to get you there? That's why I created the mindset journal and the mindset questions. If you don't have the mindset journal, go to jeffhagee.com/mindset journal. You can get that ordered and get the bonuses with that. But figure out what it is that you can do every single day, that you can commit to, that's going to separate you from the competition. All right, it's going to be a great week. One of the things I was actually in another podcast last week as well. We talked a lot about goals and accountability. Accountability is what I want to talk about right now. Are you being accountable to your goals? The whole interview, what we talked about is how you achieve your goals. And if you've got your goals set, if you've got that figured out, break them down so that you can break them into smaller chunks and really focus on them, so that you know what you're, to reach that annual goal, what do you have to do every single month? What do you have to do every single week? And break that down so that you know what you need to accomplish this week, and make sure you're doing it every single day. So what are you committed to? so that on Friday you can look back, say, 1, it's been a successful week, 2, you're closer to your bigger goals. Get an accountability coach, an accountability partner, accountability group, whatever it is, that's going to help hold you accountable every single day. If you want some help getting into an accountability group to make sure this can happen to you, send me an email, jeff@jeffheggie.com, and I'll help you get set up. Thanks for being with me. See you next time. Athletes put a lot of time, money, and effort into the physical aspect of their sport, but they often neglect the mental game. And the mental game, it's just as important as the physical. In fact, it's often the differentiating factor between good and great athletes. If you really want to reach your full potential, if you want to be a great athlete, you've got to pay attention to the mental game. Now, come and join us in the Confident Athlete program, where you're going to learn how to develop powerful mindset, extreme self-confidence, and really take your game to the next level. Come and check us out at confidentathleteprogram.com/membership. Og Mandino said that the difference between those who have failed and those who have succeeded lies in the difference of their habits. Good habits are the keys to success. Many of the habits that'll bring you success in life are easy to do, but they're also easy not to do. I developed the Mindset Journal so that I could easily implement powerful success habits into my daily routine. The power of the Mindset Journal comes from knowing your top priorities and scheduling them into your day. The power of the reticular activating system and its relationship to your goals, your mindset questions, and your daily accountability. So if you want to implement some quick and effective success habits into your daily routine, go to jeffheggie.com/mindset journal and get yours today.